Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be having a look at the Christmas battle boxes for Warhammer 40,000 and Age of Sigmar. Here we go then, this is the fun time of the year where we get to see the Christmas battle boxes. Only 4 for Age of Sigmar this year though, and 6 for Warhammer 40,000. But is less more? Let's find out as we have a look through each of the boxes, and I'll break down for you all the contents of each box, and hopefully that'll give you a good idea of what's to come, and then that'll help you decide whether or not you'll be looking to add any of these to your collection. And last year I did a price point comparison for all the boxes, so I'll be doing the same again this year. But let's get started then, and we'll begin with the Warhammer 40,000 box sets. And the first one is for the Leagues of Votann, and this is called Defenders of the Ancestors. Right, we're starting off strong here with 10 Einherjar Hearthguard, led by an Einherjar champion. You're also going to get the Hecaton Land Fortress, a Sagittor ATV, and this is all backed up by the wisdom of a Grimnir. Now, the Necromunda squad's got an awesome vehicle, and I think 40k could certainly take some tips from Necromunda, but this looks like a really nice bundle. If you want to get started with the Leagues of Votann, I think this is probably a good way to go. These models look like a really nice collection. I'm not playing Warhammer 40,000 10th edition anymore, but I am looking into other games like one-page rules using Conflict 47 and bolt action rules, and I'm also taking a look at a game called Xenos Rampant. I think there could be a lot of potential with some of these box sets for these other games as well as Warhammer 40,000. And the battle boxes are hands down one of the best times to buy any models from Games Workshop if you're looking to get a good price. Off to a pretty good start there, but let's have a look at the next box set, and these are for the Orcs, and this is the Beast Snagger Stampede. The Stampede is going to be led by Mozrog Scragbad, who you can also build as a standard beast boss on Squigosaur if you prefer. Then you're going to get 3 Squighog Boys and a Knob on Smasher Squig. Then you're going to get a Pain Boss Medic, a mob of 10 Beast Snagger Boys, and also a Psyker Strapped Kill Rig, where you've got the option to alternatively build it as a Hunter Rig and then have the Psyker Werboy on foot. Again, this is looking like a nice mix. I don't know how it's going to play for 40k rules-wise. As far as fun models go, this is a really nice collection, and it's great to have Mozrog Scragbad and that Kill Rig in there. Okay, now on to the Astra Militarum. So this is the biggest army I've collected in Warhammer 40,000, and so I was keen to see if they were going to be featured and also what they'd include. And here you're going to get 20 Cadian Shock Troops, a 5-model Cadian Command Squad, and 2 Rogel Dawn battle tanks. When that Rogel Dawn tank came out for the first time, I'm like, what a model. It's my favourite tank, hands down, or vehicle really, I think that Warhammer does for Warhammer 40,000. I think it's fantastic, and to have a set with 2 of them in is brilliant. And if the price is right on these sets, this is going to be a great time to pick this up. I mean, is it going to be around 130? We'll have to wait and see. I'll certainly be keeping you up to date and doing all those breakdown videos as soon as we know the prices and going through all the points and everything. But first impressions, this looks really cool, and even if you've got Cadian Shock Troops, you could always do with 20 more. Okay, now on to the Space Marines, and we had to have a Space Marines Battle Force box set, and this is the Space Marine Spearhead Force. And here you're going to get 15 of the new Jump Pack Intercessors. They're going to be led by a captain with Jump Pack, and then you'll get some mobile fire support with 3 Outriders and an Invader ATV. Looking at it, I like the idea of having the speed, and these are going to be certainly getting stuck in and being a pretty aggressive force, I reckon. But for me, this is probably the least inspiring. I might have some Space Marine fatigue at the moment. I think we've seen so much of it. But having the ATV and the Outriders, they're really nice. I like the ATVs. I think they're great little vehicles. But then having so many Jump Pack Intercessors, is that going to be very specific? Is there a certain way you're going to have to play these? I'm not sure how popular this one's going to be. But they are new models, so yeah, it could be a good time to get hold of them. Now on to the Tyranids, and I think I've seen so many Tyranids as well that I'm not that excited about these either. But here you go. You're going to get the massive Norn Emissary in there with a winged Hive Tyrant. There's going to be 20 of the Hormagaunts and 10 Gene Stealers, and then you're going to get a pair of Ripper Swarms as well. I think it looks good if you compare it to Leviathan and all the sets we've seen after that recently, that they're including the Norn Emissary in there and the Winged Hive Tyrant. At least that's not going to clash with some of the other box sets. And of course, you're going to want more Gene Stealers and Hormigants. You can never have too many of those. So I think they've put it together with a bit of thought behind it, actually, looking at it here. Right, now we're on to Exalted of the Red Angel. And I think this one could be pretty popular, actually. This is a really good looking army if you want to start getting stuck in with Khorne. But here you're going to get Angron, the Demon Primarch of Khorne, 10 Khorne Berserkers, and 6 Exalted 8-bound. And you've got the option to alternately build them as straight up 8-bound. Again, nice to see a really big centerpiece being included. And it's nice to see a good variety across the 6 sets that's included. But if we compare these to last year, there was actually 8 sets. And they were very character heavy for sure. A lot of the big characters in there. Hopefully they will make a lot of these with 6 to choose from. You know, there's not going to be so many product lines going out. So hopefully this is going to be available to everyone who wants to get hold of it. But that's covered Warhammer 40,000. So let's move on and have a look at Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Now Age of Sigmar seems to be getting the short straw here with only 4 sets, but it's quality that counts. So let's get started and have a look at exactly what's included in each of the Battle Force box sets. Let's begin with the Primordial Star Host for the Seraphon. And here you can see a nice selection of models, 5 different units by the looks of things. You're going to get the Slan Star Master. You've got 10 Saurus Warriors, 3 Kroxigor, which you can also build as the awesome Kroxigor Warspawned, 3 Agrodon Lancers, and then you've got the Hunters of Huanchi. So that's a really nice addition, putting the Hunters of Huanchi in there, because you'll get the Chameleon Skinks and those Terrorwings included. I've got to say, this is much more appealing than the Army starter set that we saw, and certainly the Vanguard. This looks great, and having those Kroxigor Warspawned option in there with the Hunters of Huanchi, I think is going to really help make this quite popular. As always, I'm not really looking at how much bang you get for the points here. I'm just looking at the rule of cool. And this does look like a really nice army and a nice way to start collecting these models if you're interested in it. So a good start for Age of Sigmar. Let's move on and look at the next one. And that is the Praetorian Spearhead for the Ossiarch Bone Reapers. Here we go then. You're going to have the Arch Cavalos Xantos. He's taken the lead. And you can also build him as a standard Liege Cavalos if you wanted to. Then you've got 5 Cavalos Death Riders, 20 Mortek Guard, a Gothizar Harvester, and 4 Morghast Archive, which you could also build as the Morghast Harbingers. Again, it looks pretty reasonable. Nice spreads of units. You've got lots of variety there. I think you couldn't go far wrong getting this to try out. It may not be bang on as far as the meta's concerned, but if you want a fun army to play, this is certainly going to be a nice one to get painted up, and it's going to look great on the table. I'll be really keen to have a look through now and break down all these different units in the videos upcoming to see how many points are each one, and then compare those to the prices. But yeah, as far as looks go, I really like this one. Next up, we've got the Warhorde of Eternus for the Slaves to Darkness. Now, I am still playing Age of Sigmar. Really enjoy the game. I think it's really fun. Awesome game. And so, great to see what they're coming out with here. And this one is looking okay too. A nice spread of models. Again, lots of different units with different roles. You're going to get Eternus, Blade of the First Prince. And he's going to be leading the way. You've got 3 Ogroid Theradons, 5 Chaos Knights, 5 Chaos Chosen, and 10 Chaos Warriors. And you can also build Eternus as a Chaos Lord on Demonic Mount if you want to, and so you can mix it up a little bit. First impressions, I'm thinking this is good. Again, if you want to just start collecting them and you want to give it a go, it's a good place to start. Pretty solid, some nice units. I think you'd have fun getting this ready. But that just leaves us with one more box set. This time it's the Soulblight Gravelords and the Vengorian Court. Notice there's no Stormcast Eternals this year. Is this right? Are we going to be surprised with some more Battle Force boxes coming soon? I couldn't find any information. So I guess this could be a year without the Stormcast Eternals. But anyway, let's focus on this box set. All together, you're going to get 5 Blood Knights, 20 Death Rattle Skeletons, 10 Dire Wolves, 3 Fell Bats, and a Vengorian Lord. And you can also build that as the legendary Lorcavai, Mother of Nightmares. Again, a nice mix. It looks good. You've got some different units in there. You've got the Blood Knights who are going to be pushing up. Death Rattle Skeletons, hard to move. Dire Wolves, they're going to be putting some pressure on. Haven't seen the Fell Bats in action much, I must say. And then the Vengorian Lord there leading the way. Nice mix. I think they've done well in what they've put together. It certainly looks good for starter armies, and I don't think even if you collected some of these already, you'd be that disappointed with getting some extra core units either. There we go then, that's the Christmas Battle Force boxes for Age of Sigmar, 4 altogether. We've seen the 6 for Warhammer 40,000. It does say these are all going to be available to pre-order soon. I'm going to say maybe we won't see it in the pre-order preview this Sunday. They normally say very soon if that was the case. But we could do, never know. But I think it's going to be probably the weekend after that. And then that would mean they'd be available to pre-order the following Saturday. So a little while probably till we can get our pre-order in, but not that long to wait. Here are the 7 sets that they released last year, and I've got to say, I got so much use out of that Thunderstrike Spearhead. I put it with some of the models I got from the Dominion box set, added Krondys to it, and that's it. That's the army I've pretty much been playing the whole year, and I've been having a great time. Really fun army, and I think if you get hold of one of these battle forces, you're going to be happy too. There's certainly a lot of options there. Not as many as last year, but still, it looks like there's a good mix. And if you've never played Age of Sigmar before, or you want to try a new army, this is hands down, like I said earlier, the best way to do it if you want to get some value. I'll get busy going through and breaking down all the contents of these boxes now. We'll have a look at all the points values. These are the ones from last year. I'll also get those prices confirmed and then do some videos for that as soon as we find out. So really looking forward to that. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. Did any of these sets jump out to you? Which one do you rate the best? Which one the worst? And why? Let us know in the comments down below. It's really cool to hear what you think. And this is a great fun time of year where we get to see these Christmas Battle Force box sets revealed and then get a bargain, because the prices are usually really reasonable for what's included. Probably some of the best bargains you're going to get outside of starter sets like Dominion or Leviathan. Thanks so much for watching the video. Hope you found this helpful to get a quick look at what's coming, and I look forward to seeing you here again next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games, where I'll be going through all the prices and breaking down the points. If you liked the video, it'd be great if you hit the like button and subscribe as well. It really helps the channel, and I'll see you here next time. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters for helping me to keep going with these regular videos. I couldn't do this without you, and I appreciate your support so much. If you'd like to join the Patreon community, support the channel, get some great perks at the same time, there's a link down below in the description. It'll be awesome to see you there.